The European Union likes to fashion itself as a torchbearer of human rights. It is almost always the first to scream human rights abuse. It loves imposing sanctions. But you know what? Europe is all talks and sanctimonious sermons. The fact is, when it comes to Europe's own interests, it forgets everything. It puts business over all. How else do you explain this? Exports from Xinjiang to the European Union has risen over 200% year on year. The only explanation is European hypocrisy, one that goes beyond Xinjiang.
Europe is a hypocrite, and you should not have qualms in saying it out loud. Sample this. Imports from Xinjiang to European Union rose 217.8% in January and February this year, compared to 2024. EU's 27 members imported shipments worth $312 million from China's Xinjiang. The number last year was $98 million. See the graph going up? That's European hypocrisy. That's Europe exposing its truth. When it comes to its own interests, Europe forgets its sanctimonious sermons. It forgets its sanctions. In 2021, the European Union sanctioned 4 Chinese officials for their role in abuse of Uyghurs in Xinjiang. In 2022, EU lawmakers were pushed for a genocide designation in Xinjiang. A resolution adopted by the European Parliament on the 9th of June 2022 read, quote, China's serious and systemic human rights violations against the Uyghurs and other ethnic Turkic peoples amount to torture, crimes against humanity, and genocide. Unquote. In February 2023, EU had raised, quote, serious concern at the persistent restrictions on the exercise of fundamental freedoms, use of labor force. Unquote. So what happened here? Why did Europe continue to do business with the companies that are hand in glove and profiting from the Uyghurs' genocide? The crimes being committed in Xinjiang are well documented. Over 1 million Uyghurs and Turkic Muslims are being detained in so-called re-education camps against their will. They have been separated from families. They are being tortured, raped, forcefully sterilized. They are forced to work in deplorable conditions. In 2022, the United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights said, the abuses in Xinjiang, quote, may amount to crimes against humanity, unquote. So is the EU tone deaf, or is it just a hypocrite? One that delivers sermons in public while secretly striking deals to safeguard European interests. Earlier this month, the European Union drafted a law that banned products made from forced labor. Here's what's extremely interesting. Sanctioned and banned products somehow always make their way to Europe. The Russian oil, for example. You see, when Russia invaded Ukraine, Europe sanctioned Moscow. It banned all Russian oil imports. But secretly, Europe continued buying Russian oil via other countries. EU countries have also found a loophole. What EU has banned is Russian oil import, not crude. So technically, countries can still import Russian oil that has been refined in a third country, like India. Look at what the analysis by NGO Global Witness found. In 2023, the European Union bought around 35 billion barrels of refined fuel, originating in part from Russia. Quick question: whom exactly is the EU fooling? Or does it think the world is blind to its hypocrisy? We have bad news.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.